Imagine you're in your comfy bed, playing video games or watching anime. You're having fun, but there's something bothering in the back of your mind. It's a mountain of works that you neglected just because you couldn't tear yourself away from video games and anime. I remember 3 years ago, when I first started becoming more productive, I started submitting my schoolworks much earlier than the deadlines. Sick, right? But it's not for the right reason. I only did this just so I could relax earlier and watch anime, read manhwa, play COD all day without having anything to bother me. And I did exactly that. I would read manhwa after manhwa with similar storylines. And for some fucking reason, I just couldn't stop. Every time I would reach the latest chapter, I would find another manhwa to read. And by the way, manhwa is like a Korean webcomic if you don't know. And then of course, there goes another schoolwork. And for some fucking reason, I still couldn't stop this obsession of reading manhwa. This time, it is much harder to start working on my schoolworks. And then, this is when I realized that comfort isn't an option. Being comfortable makes you weak. Comfort actually makes you suffer more than working hard. This is when I truly locked in. When I'm not learning, I was working out. When I'm not working out, I was sleeping. Sleeping is the only rest that's acceptable. Now, before you actually follow this, you should know that people will look at you as if you are the weird one. When we start working hard and we start carving our own path to success, people will look at us like we are crazy. They will say something like, "It's too much." Yeah, it's too much. But for them, just imagine how much more people would have achieved if only they weren't so afraid of failure. The truth is, we are just built different. We are not satisfied with mediocrity. We want our own path. And I want you to know that this is not just a YouTube channel, but this is a movement. A movement for young men who are being held back by the system, who wants to carve their own path, who wants to break out from the chains of mediocrity. And if you want to join our movement, you can just click the subscribe button. And as always, I'm Maki, and I encourage you to follow your own script.